Having the moon in Aries in the 11th house suggests an individual who is energetic and outgoing. This position fuels their innate leadership abilities and often places them at the forefront of social movements or groups. They aren't afraid to share their opinions or use their voice to inspire others. In relationships, they're likely to be passionate and idealistic but may struggle with impatience. They value friendships highly and are drawn to people who also value individuality and freedom. Romance-wise, spontaneous interactions and a lively give-and-take are usually preferred. Career-wise, they're likely to thrive in positions that allow them to innovate, lead, and express their unique views. Potential career paths could include politics, social work, and any field that promotes progressive change. Their strengths lie in their enthusiasm, boldness, and ability to inspire others. There's an undeniable spark in them that can rapidly ignite a cause or idea. However, their challenges might include impulsiveness and a tendency to ignore others' feelings, leading to potential conflict. Their high energy and single-minded focus sometimes come off as self-centered even when they don't mean it to be. Personal growth may come from learning to slow down, listen more, and show greater empathy. Patience and understanding that not everyone moves at their quick pace can lead to more harmonious relationships both personally and professionally. Respect for the individuality of others, as they expect for theirs, is a critical lesson for them. The moon in Taurus in the 11th house suggests a personality that is persistent, practical, and assertive. The individual is likely warm-hearted and reliable, with a strong desire to help others. Emotionally, such individuals are stable and highly resilient, often seen as a constant source of support for their friends and loved ones. In terms of relationships, this placement points towards loyalty and consistency. Possessing a strong value for friendship, these individuals tend to stick with their companions through thick and thin. They are not typically impulsive in their relationships, instead, they value stability and predictability. Talking about career influences, this placement is beneficial for occupations that involve social networking or communal efforts. The person may excel in roles such as community leaders, social workers, or anything that involves teamwork or friendship. The individual's reliable and steady nature could be a real asset in these fields. However, this placement also presents occasional challenges. Their dislike for change and unpredictability might make them resistant to new ideas and innovations. This stubbornness could cause problems, especially in rapidly evolving work environments. As for personal growth lessons, these individuals need to learn to be more flexible and open to change. While their loyalty and dependability are admirable, a little more adaptability can help them grow personally and professionally. Additionally, while they enjoy contributing to a group, it's important for these individuals to also focus on nurturing their individual talents and interests to avoid losing their individuality. In essence, the moon in Taurus in the 11th house fosters a personality that is sturdy, steadfast, and sociable, making such individual reliable friends and dependable employees. But having the moon in Gemini in the 11th house denotes a core personality that is engaging, sociable, and curious. They enjoy learning new things and meeting new people. Intellectual stimulation is key for these individuals, and they are inspired by innovative ideas and varied conversations. They are adaptable, flexible, and changeable, which can make them seem inconsistent at times. In terms of relationships, they may have many friends but few close relationships as they favor breadth over depth. They value autonomy in relationships, and though they care deeply, they might have difficulty showing emotions. This sometimes leads to perceived detachment. The challenge here is to find the balance between intellectual stimulation and emotional connection. Career-wise, they flourish in fields where they can socialize, learn, and innovate. Careers in academia, technology, journalism, and social work might appeal to them due to the varying and intellectually stimulating aspects of these jobs. They work well in groups and teams, where they contribute unique ideas and excellent problem-solving skills. Strengths of this placement include intellectual curiosity, adaptability, and sociability. However, their challenges lie in their difficulty expressing their emotions and their tendency to spread themselves too thin among interests and social connections. For personal growth, they must learn to balance their thirst for knowledge and their need for deep, emotional connections. Incorporating a more emotionally intuitive approach in relationships and being more consistent in their interests will lead to personal fulfillment. Furthermore, focusing on a few important relationships and projects instead of jumping around can provide a stronger sense of satisfaction and achievement. Individuals with the moon in Cancer in the 11th house have a strong emotional connection to collective concerns. They have an intuitive understanding of public sentiments and naturally gravitate toward issues involving societal well-being. This places them in a unique position to become effective influencers or even leaders in community-oriented organizations. In relationships, these individuals tend to be protective, nurturing, and fiercely loyal. They may form deep emotional attachments to their friends, treating them like family. However, a key challenge is their vulnerability to emotional ups and downs, leading to occasional periods of mood swings or volatility in relationships. Career-wise, they might excel in professions that require empathy, insight, and care such as social work, counseling, or politics. Their strong empathetic abilities can sometimes lead to emotional burnout, so maintaining personal boundaries is crucial. Strengths of this placement include emotional intelligence, loyalty, and caregiving tendencies. Their emotional insight into public sentiment can be a powerful tool if channeled productively. On the other hand, challenges can arise from their emotional sensitivity and tendency to form overly deep attachments. The key lesson for personal growth would be learning to balance their emotional caretaking with self-care. Recognizing when to protect their own well-being is of utmost importance. Additionally, embracing their emotional sensitivity while managing its potential for volatility can lead to personal and professional fulfillment. The moon in Leo in the 11th house suggests a personality that's vibrant and strong-willed. These individuals often have a commanding presence and crave recognition. They're creative, passionate, and have a knack for leadership. They align their self-esteem with the recognition they receive from their social circle. These appreciation seekers can be quite sociable and charismatic, making them popular within their groups. In relationships, they tend to desire strong connections based on common goals or interests. They're loyal friends and partners, but they can also be a bit dominant or possessive at times. Their warmth and charm make them attractive as they love deeply and responsibly. In terms of career, they typically thrive in fields where they can exercise their leadership skills and creative abilities. Professions related to entertainment, politics, or social work may be particularly appealing to them. They're not afraid of the spotlight and may even seek it out in their professions. Strengths of this placement include a vibrant personality, charisma, creativity, leadership, and loyalty. However, the challenges may revolve around a constant need for appreciation, dominance, or possessiveness, which can cause relationship or emotional issues. Personal growth lessons for these individuals might involve learning to appreciate others more and not to base their self-esteem solely on external validation. Cultivating humility and keeping their ego in check can also be beneficial. Understanding that not all recognition comes in the form of applause, but often from the prosperity of mutual progress in their relationships and community can bring a wholesome growth. Having the moon in Virgo in the 11th house suggests personality traits of being analytical, detail-oriented, and goal-focused. Individuals with this placement often prefer their environment to be ordered and have a strong need for efficiency. They are likely to be excellent planners and organizers, adhering strictly to their routines. In relationships, these individuals can be somewhat reserved, taking time to build trust. They value friendships and, although they might not be the most expressive, they show care through actions rather than words. They are loyal friends with a tendency to put others' needs before their own, often acting as the problem solver in their social circles. When it comes to career, placements in the 11th house often suggest pursuits related to humanitarian work, technology, or scientific research. Due to their careful attention to detail and methodical approach, these individuals might excel in career paths that require problem-solving and precision. Strengths associated with this placement include industriousness, reliability, and practicality. However, challenges can arise from their tendency for perfectionism, which can lead to undue stress and anxiety. They might also struggle with expressing their feelings, which can cause misunderstandings in relationships. The personal growth lessons for this placement involve learning to be more open with their emotions and understanding that perfection is not always achievable. It's important for these individuals to discover a balance between their methodical approach to life and a willingness to accept the imperfections of life and people. By doing so, they can achieve more personal satisfaction and make the most of their potential. The moon in Libra in the 11th house indicates a person who is innately social, often thriving in team-oriented spaces. These individuals seek balance, harmony, and fairness in their interactions, making excellent mediators. They tend to prioritize concepts like justice and equality. In terms of relationships, they have a natural ability to understand others' perspectives and often have a wide range of friends. They might feel a strong need for camaraderie and mutual respect in relationships, tending to avoid conflict. Career-wise, the 11th house promotes chances in sectors where teamwork, diplomacy, and social justice are valued. They might excel in professions such as law, public relations, counseling, or anything involving advocacy or social reform. Strengths of this placement include excellent diplomacy, a knack for making connections, and an ability to see multiple perspectives. Their desires for peace and fairness drive their actions in a positive manner. On the other hand, they may struggle with decision-making due to their tendency to see all sides of a situation. Their deep desire for harmony can sometimes lead to a fear of conflict, which can be detrimental if not addressed. Personal growth lessons for these individuals often revolve around learning to stand up for themselves and cultivating independence. Understanding that conflict is sometimes necessary and can lead to positive change is key. They need to balance their inherent sociability with recognizing and setting healthy boundaries. With the moon in Scorpio in the 11th house, an individual tends to be deeply emotional, passionate, and private. They instinctively guard their emotions, disclosing their feelings only to trusted people. They have a knack for healing and transformation, often helping others go through difficult stages. In relationships, they are loyal and protective, seeking deep, emotional bonds. They prefer a few tight-knit connections over a broad circle of acquaintances. Professionally, these individuals may excel in roles that involve solving complex problems, healing, counseling, or advocacy. They may be drawn to roles that allow them to invoke change and transformation in society. Their strengths include emotional resilience, dedication, and an uncanny ability to understand what lies beneath the surface. Their intense emotions make them deeply empathetic towards others' pain, making them great crisis handlers. However, they might face challenges in expressing emotions openly or trusting others easily. They may struggle with feelings of jealousy, possessiveness, or obsessiveness, often a result of their fear of getting hurt. Personal growth could be found in learning to trust, letting go, and expressing their feelings openly. Recognizing that vulnerability is not always a sign of weakness and trust can deepen relationships, can lead to profound personal transformation. They need to manage their intensity wisely, channeling it towards productive, healing endeavors while maintaining balance. Being aware that letting go is a powerful tool for their emotional well-being helps to lead a balanced life. Learning to develop a sense of detachment towards the outcomes helps them stay peaceful. With the moon in Sagittarius in the 11th house, you are likely outgoing, friendly, and optimistic. You enjoy intellectual stimulation, are exploratory, and love meeting new people. You keep an open mind, embrace freedom, and are not afraid of change. Your relationships tend to be diverse and far-reaching, reflecting your love for different cultures, philosophies, and ways of life. You flourish in friendships that stimulate your mind and satisfy your adventurous spirit. You value truth and integrity and require honesty and openness in your relationships. Your career path may involve disciplines that allow you to explore ideas, cultures, or philosophies. You could excel in roles related to education, travel, philosophy, or social sciences. You have strong humanitarian inclinations which might also see you in careers where you can make a positive impact on a larger scale. You bring positivity, openness, and adaptability, which can inspire those around you. However, restlessness and impatience can be challenging. You might feel stuck in structured environments and become frustrated in situations that limit your freedom. The lesson here is about finding balance. While your thirst for learning and exploration is a strength, you need to cultivate patience and understanding for situations that demand stability and structure. It's essential to learn to appreciate the beauty of slow growth and the peace in stillness, in addition to constant exploration, to achieve a balanced life experience. The moon in Capricorn in the 11th house represents pragmatic emotions and ambitious goals. People with this placement tend to be serious, disciplined, and responsible, exhibiting strength in handling challenges. They hold high standards for themselves and work hard to achieve their goals. However, this might lead to a tendency to neglect emotional well-being. In relationships, these individuals are loyal and supportive. They seek stability and prefer long-term relationships, often acting as the responsible party. While they may struggle to express their emotions, their consistency provides a sense of security for their partners. Career influences for such a placement suggest a preference for structured environments. These people often prosper in careers where organization, order, and discipline are key attributes like management, law, or finance. Strengths include dedication, responsibility, and perseverance. They can transform even the most difficult situations into opportunities for growth and success. Challenges revolve around their difficulty in expressing emotions and a tendency to prioritize work over personal relationships. Personal growth lessons might center on learning to balance professional ambitions with emotional needs. This can be achieved by embracing vulnerability and learning to nurture themselves and their relationships. By cultivating emotional intelligence and maintaining a work-life balance, individuals with the moon in Capricorn in the 11th house can realize their potential, experiencing personal and professional success while maintaining meaningful, healthy relationships. Someone with the moon in Aquarius in the 11th house is progressive, innovative, and highly social. They value their independence and relish exploring unconventional ideas. They're driven by a desire for social equality and humanitarian causes. Close friendships and group activities play a critical part in their emotional well-being. In relationships, they need a partner who respects their independence and shares their humanitarian values. Emotional connections might be difficult, as they may seem aloof due to their intellectual approach to feelings. They often prefer friendship-like relationships. Their unique perspective and thirst for knowledge lend themselves to careers like social work, research, or science. They often shine in professions allowing for innovative problem-solving. However, they're not prone to authority, which means they must find a balance between establishing their own path and integrating into a professional environment. Their greatest strength is their ability to think outside the box and their commitment to equality and fairness. They're natural innovators and forward thinkers. However, challenges include a tendency towards aloofness and a struggle to connect emotionally. They may also be hesitant about committing, whether professionally or personally, as they do not like to feel tied down. Personal growth can occur when they manage to balance their independence with their need for social interaction. They might also need to work on developing emotional intelligence and warmth. To fully utilize their potential, they need to use their innovative ideas in a structured way that truly contributes towards the betterment of society. Having the moon in Pisces in the 11th house means the individual tends to be intuitive, empathetic, and imaginative. They may have strong emotions and feel deeply connected to mankind and the universe. This placement often suggests a person who is sensitive to the emotional environment around them, with a unique ability to understand and absorb others' feelings. Relationship-wise, they are usually thoughtful and nurturing partners, seeking deep and emotional connections. These individuals may be drawn to partners who share their humanitarian views and interest in societal issues. They might also expect a certain level of emotional support and understanding in their relationships. In professional life, their emotional depth and empathy can make them successful in careers related to healing, art, social services, or spirituality. They may be drawn to roles where they can make a positive impact on society or help others. The main strengths of this placement include an uncanny ability to comprehend others deeply, a high level of creativity, and a strong desire to bring about societal change. However, their propensity for strong emotions may make them prone to mood swings, which can be a challenge. They might also struggle with setting boundaries in relationships due to their extremely empathetic nature. Personal growth for this individual may involve learning to balance their deep empathy with self-care, developing firmer emotional boundaries, and finding healthy outlets for their strong emotions. They should also learn to use their creative and intuitive skills in a productive manner.